and gentlemen, please welcome out of the blue corner. His record is 8 wins, 0 losses. He stands 6 foot 1 inch. His weight is 260 pounds. He trains with A's Combat Sports Academy in East Cleveland, Ohio. Please make welcome Antwan, the Giant Slayer, Phillips! And in the red corner, his record is 4 wins, 0 losses. His height is 6 foot 6 inches, and his weight is 245 pounds. He trains with Immortal MMA. Out of Gates Mills, Ohio, please welcome Kinzig! Your referee for this fight tonight is Cody Eason.
Guys, we're starting off tonight with a title fight for our main card. How much greater could you ask for it?
Honestly, I can't. I've been waiting all week to watch this fight, and to start with it is like, I feel like a kid at Christmas.
On lesser cards, I would say that we're
Main
doing
event.
it too early. But, man, these two big guys getting ready to take the center of the ring and already starting off with fireworks.
Yeah. So, we've got a couple of blue chippers, as I like to refer. Cam Kinzig is actually a walk-on at the Ohio State football program, senior year.
Yeah, that's not saying too much, is it?
Right. Yeah, especially in this area. But his opponent,
huge slam,
is a big wrestler that's 8-0 as an amateur that's got wins over 2 guys on the UFC roster. I mean, both of these guys are on the short list for the UFC right now.
Antwan already kind of establishing the top position and trying to make the most of this. I don't know that I would want to have this big guy on top of me.
No. And if you look at Cam, look at the athleticism. When you're talking about somebody that, freshman, sophomore, junior year gets turned down for walking out on a football program and continues pushing forward, it tells you a lot about, the makeup and character of Cam Kinzig.
One thing that just stands out to me about Cam Danzig is his hips and his legs. He has tree trunk.
Yeah, that's a big boy. He's got a lot of reach, too. So, it's your classic matchup with wrestler versus striker. And, we're going to see what kind of gas tank Antwan has because, when you're fighting a striker with good hips, you better bring your lunch. Your money.
Right. Let's bring the third member of our broadcast team. That was Mike Davis, who's been talking to me. Dave Elder has joined us. He's also was the matchmaker and one of the main cogs here at Strike Hard for several years. Dave, what do you see going down here tonight?
Well, I see big boys in here throwing
That's a lot of meat.
A lot of meat.
Some great knees, great kicks. Well, Antwan now has Cam pinned up against the fence here, applying pressure. These guys didn't waste any time filling each other out. We're already at the end of round 1. Man, it doesn't seem like that was 3 minutes, did it? It was been exciting for a first round.
The thing about Antwan Phillips is he's taken some time off, and this is his first fight in a couple years. So there's going to be an adrenaline dump and an adjustment. Although he has a perfect record as an amateur, there's going to be an adjustment that he has to make, and he's not breathing hard, which is a really good sign.
No, both of these guys look like that if it goes 3 rounds, we'll be okay.
Yeah, and you really don't see that often at the heavyweight division.
Oh, man, big punches. Cam Danzig looks a little bit in trouble.
Nice upper body throw.
Oh, all the way already in mount. This is bad news for Danzig. Antwan Phillips is beginning to rain punches.
Well, you got Kinzig on the bottom. He's actually shrimping really well. There's the round. And, we were told that both of these guys are blow chippers. And we're not expecting Cam Kinzig, based on his body of work coming into here to lay down, for anybody. So we're going to see what kind of adjustments they make.
No, he took a lot of big shots.
And no stool, too, for Kinzig.
But he gave some great body shots. Those knees were effective, I think, in the clinch. But he took some really, really big blows in the last 30 seconds of that fight.
He's definitely got some damage on his left orbital and in his nose.
These guys, there's a lot of meat in there, man.
A lot of power.
He had 2 takedowns. Well, two a slam and an upper body throw by Antwan Phillips. And, yeah, man, we got two bad boys in there.
Looking at body language, though, look, Antwan just seems like he's just chill and just cool, man.
Yeah.
It's just like no big deal. Round 2, Big Cody Phillips is about to call them to the center of the ring. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. This is going to be a insane finish to the next 2 rounds. Round 2 has begun.
Yeah, we're going to see. Cam has got to start using his reach. You know, like this pinning up against the fence. Antwan's just kind of waiting for him to relax a little bit and come up with some big punches or catch him off balance with a takedown. Cam is going to have to figure this situation out. He can't allow himself to be pressed against the fence.
Cam needs to get that second underhook in and spinning, because Cam can then fight off and get some distance, because that's what Cam's got to have to be successful, is a little bit of distance at this point.
Yeah. You know, Cam's taking some deep breaths, but, you know, he's relaxing. Like right now, a lot of times guys will just be worried about the squeeze. And if you look at Cam's breathing, like he's getting it in. Like, it's super important. It's one of the hardest things to actually really train is your breathing.
Both of these guys, though, don't look like amateurs.
You know what? To be honest with you, this should be a pro fight, and it's almost too tough of a fight to take on your first pro fight. It wouldn't surprise me in the next 16 months if you see both of these guys in the big show. I mean, it's just
absolutely.
You know, you got you know, Kinzig is out of Matt Brown's gym, and Matt has got nothing but good things to say about him. And I'll tell you what, Mark Coleman is actually assistant coaching over there occasionally. So, you know, Cam's weakness is wrestling, and if you don't think Mark Coleman's, you know, beating that down on him, you're
Mark
sadly
can't help
mistaken.
him in wrestling at all, can he?
No.
Big Antwan Phillips on top here, trying to better his position, grab some form of a Kimura submission, but thought better of it. Now he's inside control.
You know, Dave, one of the interesting things that I see with Antwan is that he's leading with his left foot, and which obviously makes him a southpaw. And with wrestling, you never really know, because a lot of times the guys, when they're doing their takedowns, they're leading with either foot, and sometimes they'll lead with their power hand. So just because you see a wrestler lead with their left foot, it doesn't really necessarily make them a southpaw.
That's exactly right. I'm pretty impressed with his ability to keep so much pressure on Cam, to stay on top.
Cam's barely had room to breathe.
Yeah, he's not getting a lot of. He's going to have to figure that out. And you know, and that's what it means to be a pro athlete. You know, you're going to be in adverse situations, and you're going to have to work your way around it. But if you look at the big punches, Cam he's shrimping really well. Like he's understanding when they're coming, and he's getting out of the way. I mean, Antwan's landed a few, but he's thrown a lot more than he's landed.
But have been on the bottom for almost 5 minutes, he's really not taken a ton of damage, considering how much we know that Antwan can inflict.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you know, Dave, our goal here at B2 is to get these guys to the next level and in and out of our system successfully. And it's entirely possible that one of these two individuals within the next 18 months is going to be making 6 figures every time they walk into this cage.
You know, that's our goal. And this is a top heavyweight amateur fight in the country. I mean, this is a top fight anywhere you go in the country.
This is my main event.
And this is what B2 is encouraging now. Neither one of these guys are from anywhere around Alabama.
No.
And so to bring them in to this cage, it's an honor. It's an honor for them to be here.
All right. Well, let's look at the body language right now, Jeremy and Dave. Like, Cam looked a little defeated in the middle of the, you know, between the first and the second round, and he was in the same type of difficult situations in this round as he was the first round. But he didn't take as much damage.
Right.
So, in all honesty, this is like when you see a cardio fail on somebody, and I don't think it's going to be Cam.
Well, look over at Antwan. I see frustration all over his face as you begin to look at him right now.
And he's up 2 rounds.
Yeah,
yes.
He's up 2 rounds. He should be excited, but I think he's frustrated because he hasn't been able to finish him yet.
But he's also not breathing hard.
But we got to see if Cam can land some shots.
Absolutely.
Antwan's been able to cut the distance, put him on the cage, and he hasn't taken any shots.
Antwan's been nothing more than impressive up until this point. Yeah.
Well, we see how he's defeated 2 UFC fighters.
Yeah, we've expected that. Like, we expected big things out of him. And
he showed zero of this thing people talk about, cage rust. I've not seen any of that from Antwan.
Okay, so.
Oh, big kick.
Yeah, he needs to establish.
Big right hand.
Yes.
Now we're going to see how Antwan deals with adversity now, which is a huge part in going to the next level.
Even though Antwan's trying to get this takedown, he has took some damage getting it. Man, big slam again.
So now Cam's best bet is to try to scramble. Even if he's got to give up his back, he's got to get up.
Yeah, he just can't lay there and hope to get a kick. He's got to figure out how to move.
No, especially if he's got the momentum right now. You know, that first exchange was very telling. And for somebody with as long of reach as Cam, if you're going to touch gloves with somebody, you make sure your arms are all the way.
He needs to establish
big
all
right
that.
hand.
Yes.
Now we're going to see their comfort zone, which
Get
is
too close.
They're standing him up.
how Antwan deals with
Big
adversity
Cody
now, which
decided
is
it
a
was time to
huge
move.
part
Another
in
right
going to
hand
the
from
next level.
Danzig. Man, I don't know Even how though much
Antwan's
trying to get this
heading
takedown.
this Yeah, see, Cam really should have hipped out, before he got to the cage and kind of shucked out and maybe gone back in for another exchange. He can't get pushed around like this.
Antwan trying to get those fingers locked. He does. Man, now it's just to see who can impose the rest of their will.
You've seen two guys take big shots, and they've both weathered them. Anybody can be a good hammer at the heavyweight division, but you have to be a decent nail. That's the only way you're ever going to advance yourselves. And we saw both these guys take decent shots and persevere.
Absolutely. Antwan was doing some foot stomps while he's in this. I know that don't seem like a lot, but anything to get Cam or Antwan was doing foot stomps. Anything to get Cam off balance to get this takedown is what he's doing.
It's more of a mental thing. It's more of like, all right, concentrate on this so you can go up, upper body, or maybe. It's just more of a mental thing. I mean, even if the foot stomps do work, you don't really feel them until afterward.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just to create some sort of off balance at all. Now, Antwan.
Is Antwan going for a submission?
It looks like he was and then backed out of it. Yes,
Yeah.
he's now. He's got that arm though. He's still tied onto that arm. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to try to work mount here. He's trying to distract Cam a little bit. Cam's doing a real good.
Oh, he's got mount.
Wow.
Not a good situation that Cam has found himself in.
And you know what?
Second time tonight that Antwan has had mount.
And Antwan is every bit the athlete we've been told he was.
Because he is facing a tough guy, and he's dominated his position all night.
Well, freshman, sophomore, junior year, you've been told no.
I look for Cody to begin to eye this pretty closely because Cam is taking some damage.
Yeah, you've been told no by the Ohio State University football coach, and he makes, he walks on senior year. It speaks volumes of the type of character that Cam brings to this fight. He's not going to quit.
Postured up, going to finish this round with a pretty good flurry. Antwan has proven in this fight.
Great fight, guys, and we have a new champion.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Heavyweights going 3 rounds and being active all the way until that last bell.
For amateurs, that don't happen.
You don't even see that at pros.
Man, what a heck of a fight to start with tonight. This for B2 and for Strike Hard being the first fight. You couldn't have asked Dave for a better opening fight.
Dave,
no, absolutely not. And I'm super proud of both of these guys. And Cam did a lot of things in there that impressed me tonight. One of the things I think he couldn't overcome was Antwan closing the distance on him. And we are in a 22-foot cage.
It's a small cage.
And to have big boys in the cage like that is not an advantage to a long 6'6" guy that needs a little range.
Well, he's going to have to figure that out. Like, he's going to have to use that range.
Great learning experience for him. This is what being at the top amateur level is all about.
Yeah.
And we have a new champion at Strike Hard.
Yeah.
Well, I expect both of these fighters to be turning pro pretty soon.
Yeah.
This has got to be a great learning
It's a good
experience
test.
for Cam.
It's a hard fight for Cam, but you know what? He's got to take it.
He
might as
needed
well
it.
take it now.
Much rather take it now than at 1-0 or 0-0 as a pro.
Yes, I agree. And
A great measuring stick fight for both of these guys.
both of these guys have the it factor.
Oh,
Yes, they do.
They do.
Yes, they do.
And
And they were both of them absorbed.
well, let's go now to the ring. Our ring announcer, Lance Green.
After 3 full rounds, by the judges' unanimous decision, your winner and new Strike Hard Heavyweight Champion, Antwan the Giant Slayer Phillips!
Man, we are here tonight with the new Strike Hard champion. Man, you've been out and haven't fought for a little while. How does it feel to come back in?
feel like I'm back at home. I had to knock the rust off a little bit. Stuff was a little sloppy, but I'm coming back. As soon as Strike Force have me, I'm gonna take out somebody else.
Well, man, great to have you in the cage. Now, your opponent, Cam, D1 football player, played at Ohio State. How tough was he tonight?
Oh, he was real tough. I was trying to put him away. He could take some shots. I know I hit him a bunch of times, but I had to just stay on him.
Man, great to have you tonight. You wear that belt proudly. Good to see you. Congratulations on being the new champion.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, your new Strike Hard Heavyweight Champion, Antwan, the Giant Slayer Phillips!